Alright everyone, welcome back, and today what we're going to be doing is moving over here from the city to the jungle. And you know, the jungle is actually looking pretty good as it is, but there are a few things I want to do in this episode to make it even better. Okay, so first of all, something I did off camera was actually I went through all of these trees and I improved them all. So there's still the same amount of trees and they're in the same place. They've always been on those two base plates, but I actually added leaves to them to make them like more bushy and a little bit bigger, and I made them taller as well. And there is a pattern to these, so there's actually 5 on each base plate. There's 1 in each corner and then 1 in the middle, and the one in the middle I've tried to make a little bit bigger than all the rest. Okay, so over here I have a bunch of parts to build some more trees with. So I've already built some of these smaller ones here, but what I'm going to do now is build some big ones using these pieces and a bunch of these leaf pieces. I've got these darker ones too because I like to mix up the colours a little bit to add some detail. Okay, so unfortunately I ran out of like the leaf pieces that I use for all the trees, but I managed to get a few big ones made. We just have like these 2 left over, and then this one I was just taking bits off to add height to some of the other trees, so I guess I'll just save them and we'll have to order some more of those pieces. But what we can do now is the exciting part, where we take all of these little ones and all of the big ones and add them all to the jungle. Okay, so let's start with the small trees in this little jungle. So here is the jungle with quite a lot of trees, but before we add all the other ones. And here is the jungle after I have gone through and added a few small trees. So it's not much of a difference, to be honest, but it does fill it up a little more. I could use like a few more in that gap there. I've just tried to fill up some like areas where there wasn't many, so tried to put some back there. Over here I've tried to extend the jungle outwards by adding some there, and I've tried to extend it outwards going this way as well by adding some there. And also you might be able to notice that I have left a gap here where there are no trees, because we need this vehicle and like the Flintstone mobile over here, or whatever it's called. Well, that needs a way to get out of the jungle, so I've left like a little path for it to go. So now we've done the small trees, let's come over here to this part of the jungle and add in some of these big ones. So let's get a good look at how it looks now with this little forest here. And now, just with a couple more trees, I think it looks quite a lot better, and it really fills up the space. I put some over there to try and extend it that way. There's 2 there, and also there's 1 here. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's looking. And you know what I like to do? I like to come down here and sort of look at the jungle from like a minifigure's point of view, so we can get right in there, get that nice POV shot. And I've really tried to add a lot of details on the ground too, a lot of vegetation, and I've tried to mix up the colours with the flowers, especially with the greenery on the rocks here as well. I think that's a nice little touch, and it sort of helps to like blend the two together, like the ocean and the jungle. And like I said before, we have a lot of flowers at the bottom of the trees here. I've really tried to add lots of detail. I will fill up the gaps in between eventually with like more vegetation, but I've just tried to go through and add flowers where I can, like that. I love that one there. And I've really tried to make it look very sort of like magical, you know, like some sort of fantasy forest. That's sort of what I'm going for. Alright, so how about we step back here and take a look at the Lego jungle. So it's looking great. I hope you've enjoyed it, this episode. I do have some more plans for the jungle, so stay tuned for some more jungle related episodes. I love how it's looking. It's getting bigger. Both parts of it are getting slightly bigger with more trees. And yeah, I can't wait to carry on working on it and make it even better. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.